Well, very good evening, everyone, and welcome along to another fun-packed Paul Drew Spins on a Chair, also known as the Studio Rats Q&A Live, number 189. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew, but it's actually got a proper name. This episode's actually got a name. I don't know if you saw I changed it. Yeah, did you not see?
No.
That's why I strip off. Pole dancers put you off your prog. So this is so it didn't say who it came from. I imagine it's Dave McQuillan
or Lee.
Yeah, he asked for my address.
Okay.
Earlier in the week. So he sent over one. He sent over a medium, which I was very thankful for because the first one I pulled out was an extra large, and I was like,
"What are you trying to say?"
So that's for Lee, and there's a medium. We can share it, or you can have it, or whatever. But it's
no. I think you're carrying that off beautifully.
Thank you very much. It just says pole. The way that I sit, it's just going to say pole dancers.
Oh, it's been one of those weeks. I swear. Traditionally, the first thing I have to say is, Mr. Drew, what have you been up
to? I've been buying gear. I've been getting gear. I've got a few new toys, which we'll talk about in a minute. Right. I've done some videos. What's Monday's video?
Don't know.
Oh, it's Reverb, wasn't it? It's a Reverb.
Reverb?
Yeah, the Fender Reverb, the Fender 63.
Oh, right, okay.
Reverb.
I'll nod and agree because I haven't seen it yet.
And I can't remember what Thursday's video was.
That was the not line 6, the French thing, and the
French thing.
What they called French company do load boxes and stuff. And
2 notes. Thank you. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you. Thanks for saving me from a fate worse than my own brain.
Yes, so I've just been it's just been a bit manic actually. So yeah, doing videos. I've had to rewire the whole studio because there's a couple of new bits of equipment that have come in, which means that I've had to rewire stuff, which I'll talk about in a minute.
Cool.
And that's about it. What about yourself?
Well, I was away at the weekend in sunny Manchester with Gregoire doing some cheerleading.
Manchester is really sunny.
No, it really wasn't. But to be fair, I didn't see the outdoors very much, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Came back after a weekend into what is half term here. I don't know what it is for you, but
that was last week.
Yeah, half term here. Trying to get some work done with the kids running around like lunatics is always amusing. Some videos for Antelope and some stuff, and sort of lots of planning and plotting and stuff arriving and stuff going. Things have been sold on the E of Bay. Guitars have gone. Microphones have gone. Yeah, just trying to get some more funds for some other stuff.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And getting some stuff done, some new videos, and writing some scripts and stuff. Because as you know, and maybe the masses don't know, the corporate stuff we do has to be, in many cases, has to be approved. Like scripts and things have to be approved and stuff.
What? So who approves your script, or who do you check in with script? Because no one has ever.
No, I mean for Antelope, some of the stuff.
For Antelope, okay.
Yeah. Not for the channel. It's when I do corporate stuff for them.
That's actually, if I do that, that's a bit better, isn't it?
Yeah.
That for me is the only reason why I couldn't do it. I could not sort of do work for companies. Got to be independent, because I couldn't have someone. I couldn't do something and then be pleased with it and then send it off to the company and they go, "Oh, can you redo that bit? Can you redo that bit?" It happened once and I stopped. I said, I've got to bow out of this, and I can't. I'm not going to do it because I can't.
I don't mind doing it because I have a good relationship with them and they look after me. So, and to be honest, it's also not like they go, "Oh, we need to change this, we need to change that." It's just a courtesy and a fact check from my point of view that I'm using the right corporate terms and I'm using the right thing and I haven't got anything wrong and stuff like that. It's not, they don't go through and say, "Oh no, we don't want it like that." They basically, it's a fact check.
Okay, great.
To make sure I haven't made many glaring mistakes that are going to come and bite me on the bottom later on. If you know what I mean.
Fair dues, yeah.
Have to try and edit my way out of later, which is never much fun. But yeah, there's actual. But at the moment, there's space in guitar racks and stuff.
Nice.
Which is rare for around here.
Nice.
Very good thing. So we should dive into some stuff and get crack on with it, shall we?
Yeah.
Here we go. Boom.
Watcher Siberian Hamstars from Johnny Love. Hi, Johnny. Hope you are well.
Indeed, do.
Evening, gents. Actually, I need to move this. This camera's a pain in the ass like this. Evening, gents, and TSR community. How are we all? All good, Al. Hope you're well.
Al and I spent a good amount of Saturday afternoon chatting about some PA problems I was having in Manchester Central. If you remember, that building has a serious sound constraint issue.
Yes.
And Al was coming up with some suggestions that could help me, which we're going to implement on the next job. Nice. So thank you for that,
Al. Thomas, he says, hello, Studio Rats, and all in the chat. Hi, Thomas. Pet says, evening, cherubs. Snow. He's Snow, aka Informer here. Snow, he died, didn't he?
Did he?
Die? Yeah. I think he got done in some sort of. I could be wrong, but I think
did he hit the age of rock and roll death? 26.
I don't know. He's probably younger than that. I think it was some sort of gangland business going on.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe he was an informer. Maybe.
Wow,
that's just wrong, isn't it?
That's a bit deep. Isn't it?
Phil says, "Even guys, hope you're keeping dry." Yes, it's pissing down.
It's not very nice, is it?
Rubbish out there.
One thing I did have last week is Gregoire came over on Friday, and he's helping me finish all the bits of stuff that I can't do on the studio on my own. Like, I mean, not very exciting stuff, but we put the diamond plate down on the floor between the kitchen and the thing, which I think looked really cool. And you said it looked like I'd buried a it looked like I'd buried a mess of boogie. Anywho,
Jeff, he said, good morning from Brisbane in sunny Queensland. Where's the music a popping and the cane toads are hopping? Hope everyone's feeling wonderful. Cane toads.
They have a major problem with cane toads, don't they? In that Australia.
I don't even know what a cane toad is.
They're taken over. Like, they're one of the. I think they're from Florida. I think originally.
Well, they're doing in Queens. That's a bit of a way.
Well, that's the thing. They've hopped in. Someone rather naughtily decided, oh, we can get rid of this if we introduce this, but didn't think about all the other things that happens.
Yeah. I wonder if they're good eating.
Apparently not. No. Toads, not so good. Frogs, perhaps. Rabbits were another thing that was introduced to Australia, apparently, and they've just like what rabbits do. Exactly.
Funny that. Pet says, let me know how I can get that t-shirt. You'll have to speak to, I think it's from, Dave, there he is. He said, couldn't resist it. So it was David. Thank you, David, for the t-shirt. T-shirts. Lee will get his next time he's over. So Pet, get in contact with David at the Highland Plectrum Company, and he will put you in contact with the print. I think it was Vista Print, actually. I think
do they do that
Vista Print. Yeah, I think they have Vista Print on anything, don't they?
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, it is funny though.
Yeah.
Pole dancers put you off your prog.
Guitar Tabs Daily. He says, cheers, fellas. Hope you guys are well. And you, sir. Hope you're well. Really nice to meet the fellas out in Nam. And yes, they've got a stonking good YouTube channel. Cheers, Parker. Lee says, great shirt there, mate. Yours is waiting. Miguel, he says, hi, guys. Greetings from Spain. Greetings yourself, Miguel. Sorry. James, do you guys have any music released to DSPs? I would love to listen a bit. What's DSPs?
Digital signal processing in my world, but
that's exactly what I was going to say. So Studio Rats. If you mean like all of the sort of digital streaming platforms, there we go.
Streaming platforms, yes.
Yes, the Studio Rats music is. I've got loads of music on with different artists and stuff all over streaming platforms. But if you want to listen to Studio Rats stuff, just go on to Apple Music, Amazon Music, even YouTube and stuff, and type in the Studio Rats, and you'll get to listen to our guff.
We have a channel on we have a playlist, don't we, of the pop videos, don't we, on the YouTube channel?
On YouTube and music as well, I think, just in music as well. But yes, all over, streaming, all the streaming platforms.
All of the streamings. Snooze that for 1 hour. There we go. Boom.
Al says, bought a T-shirt for a well-known prog artist I toured with that said, "Can I have more talent in my monitor, please?" Let's just say he didn't laugh. However, the crew did. Adrian Petrov. Hey guys, would you put modulation delay before or after the dirt on the Katana 50? I would put it after the dirt. Depends on what you want to do, though. So modulation before the amp, unless it's a tremolo, possibly, which I normally tend to put after the amp block.
Mm-hmm.
Delay you can put before the amp. After dirt, though, because the only thing about delay into dirt is you'll find that your guitar signal will be distorted. The first delay will be distorted, and then any repeats will then go down distortion. You end up getting this weird delays. So delay for me predominantly goes right at the end, just before the reverb, or the mix is right down just before the amp.
Yeah, I mean, normally it's funny. I've been, and you're gonna have to help me on this at some point, but because I'm just kind of bashing my head to go, why would you do that? Normally, if I'm in a kind of some kind of processor kind of world, I would always put my delays and reverbs even after the speaker block.
Oh well, that's a studio. Yeah, then there'd be more studio. Like
yeah.
I mean, I would. Yeah, if you don't want them to be coloured by the speaker, yeah, definitely.
Just an idea.
Yeah,
but I'll come back to the thing I want to ask you about in a minute, because it might be relevant for the masses.
Okay. Phil says, "Have you seen the Ricktoon 67 whammy bars?" Well, let me have a quick. I'm going to type that in. Rick Ricktoon 67
TONNE 67 whammy bars.
Okay, and then we'll have a look at them. Ricktoon. Here we go.
Oh, Ricktoon.
Yes, I have seen them. Yes, but we'll talk about them. Actually, should we do it now?
Yeah,
they're as ugly as sin. They are as ugly as sin. Here we go. Let me share, present. Every time I have to talk through it, don't I? There you go.
Wow, they're quite
statementy,
involved.
Bloody hell, look at these monstrosities. Look at these monstrosities. Oh, wow. No. You'd probably love all these.
No, actually, no. That's even a bit far for me, to be honest.
No.
Oh,
no.
It's starting to look like basses. Stop.
Right. Anyway, there's his whammy bar.
Right.
Yeah, so it's basically a whammy bar that holds tune. So play a chord.
Bends independently. They bend independently, do they?
No, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how it works, but it keeps tune. So basically like the old Steinberger system. You remember the Steinberger?
Yeah, because it moved the whole bridge, didn't it? It moved the whole thing.
Yeah, and you could. Yeah, and on one of my Steinbergers, I can't remember what the system was called, but it had a latch at the back, and then you could lock it off at different tunings.
Oh right, wow!
By lifting it and locking it, or dropping it and locking it, so you could go down to D. So push down the whammy bar, lock it at the back, and then it'd be in D. Flip it back, and it would go back to E, and it was brilliant. So yeah, but it looks like a monstrosity. It looks like someone's photoshopped
Or what they've done is they've taken a Strat that's got something like a Wilkinson on it, because they look like elongated Wilkinson saddles, and they've just XY'd it and gone.
Yeah, it's not pretty, is it? It's definitely not pretty.
No, it doesn't do it for me. But apparently it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Anyone
I guess what it's no, I don't know what it's doing. I don't know how it works.
Anyone who uses that phrase in their marketing material clearly doesn't know what a game changer
Hey,
is.
I put it on a video. I put it on a video recently. I put it on that. I think Matt said I put it on that blue guitar, the X Amp X.
Yeah.
For the video I did at NAMM.
Yeah.
And I've got 140,000 views. So,
well, maybe that is a game changer.
Yeah, that is a game changer in my mind. But yeah, yeah. So yes, I have seen them.
I know we don't like them.
Yes. Mendel, evening, Mendel. Nabs, hello rats, love the Fender reverb unit demo. What's your favorite spring reverb pedal? I haven't really got one. The Surfy Bear stuff's good.
Oh, I now know what you meant. You meant that Fender reverb, don't you? You meant my one.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about that video, about that whole endeavor, was we decided what we'd do so we could show you the buttons or the knobs. We'd turn it over, started playing through it, and Paul was like, "Where's all the reverb gone?" I went, "It's probably laying on itself."
Yeah, it was
not one of our greatest moments.
No.
Yeah, that could be up for sale, couldn't it?
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah,
definitely. We're just trying to work out. So yeah, I've just done a couple of packs for Tonex of the Amplified Nation stuff, and that's the stuff that sells well on Tonex patches and bog standard amps. And James likes a bog standard amp, something like a Fender Supersonic or whatever. It sounds brilliant, that amp. What a great sounding amp, but don't really sell on Tonex on the captures.
I wonder whether there's any legs in us doing like a free pack of all the one of each amp or something like that, so people get an idea of how good those amps are.
Yeah.
Just thinking out loud now, which is always dangerous.
Yes.
when you're speaking live to the internet.
Yeah. Well done. Jeff, you have to name names, Al, says Jeff. Mr. McQuillan, he says, evening fellow rodents, couldn't resist t-shirts. Lee's comment last week almost made me choke on my coffee. It was a good comment. That was Lee's finest hour, I would say. Keem says, Prog put me off my pole dancing. Morning York. Yeah, me too, mate. It should be the other way around. I think I'd much rather go pole dancing than listen to Prog.
The thing is, I don't actually want to watch you pole dance.
Oh, you do. You definitely do. Chris, evening all. Hope you're all well. Evening, Chris.
I think we are. I think we're well.
Send up a wheelchair pillow. He says, click a thumbs up. Vermin lovers. Cheers, Sent. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it really does help, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us.
Yes, that too.
Al says, Jeff Cook best not. However, he sang the song Kaylee. Oh, not known.
Something smells a little.
Yes, not known. Yeah, he's a bit not known for his pleasant demeanour. Is Mr. Fishy?
Oh well, I'd say Al's worried because you might want to work with him again, but I suspect after moments like that, possibly not.
Yeah. Miguel, he says, first question. I can't use amps anymore because I have an injury in my ears. I'm only using plugins, but looking for a real tube pedal that makes it sound less digital. Any idea? Thanks. Yes, the Kaluna. Look at the Kaluna pedal. That's really good. What's the name of the Canadian? I don't even know. That's not still here. It's in my drawers. No, not those drawers. Oh gosh, I did a video recently on a valve pedal that was a magnetone. I feel really bad because I've forgotten the name. I get so many reviews that I have to do, and I've forgotten the name of this one. It's a Canadian company, and I will actually, just because it's not right that I don't know, I'm just going to have a quick look, and I will tell you. And that was really great. That was. Sorry, give me 2 seconds because it won't take me long to find it. It was the Tubesteader Magnesium. Tubesteader do their valve guitar pedals. Nice. Really, really good.
That overdrive distortion I've got as well is really nice.
That's a bit too coloured. That's really coloured. That, so I wouldn't do that. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not like it's not like an amp in a box type pedal. No. Uses it. It's an overdrive pedal as such.
Yeah.
Adrian, he says, notice any difference between the line out and the Katana 100 Mark II versus Katana 50? I don't really use the line out. EX running, so the Katana 50 Mark II EX running straight into PA. Trading my 100 in for a 50 EX. Oh. At the shop tomorrow for the lesser weight and line out. Oh, interesting.
I wouldn't have thought there would be any difference with the actual hardware circuitry.
I don't think so at all. I think it'd be a standard.
Yeah, it'd be part of the design. Yeah. So you should be all right if what you're doing is working and you just physically want to go down a size.
Yeah.
And down weight, then it should be absolutely fine.
Yeah. Scrunch, new guitar day, yay, and got a new Rev Star standard HH and blown away by the quality and value for the money.
Nice.
Happy days. Nice one, Scrunch. Davros, hi guys, hope you're well. How are you getting on with the Soldano Super Lead overdrive pedal?
I love it.
I haven't tried it, so.
When we next convene, I'll bring it because obviously it's brilliant. But yeah, I love it. It's that proper Soldano-esque noise. I mean, this is from someone who's not played through a real Soldano, but hey, that could be changing soon as well.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
Centre for Wheelchair Pillow says, is there a list publication of all the songs you guys have contributed to? No. I mean,
no.
On PRS maybe, Performing Rights Society, but
Paul's list would be significantly longer than mine, but mine's quite a long list.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's don't even worry about it. Half the stuff I've done is all pop stuff anyway, so it's all yeah. Just going to listen to the Studio Rat stuff.
Yeah, Studio Rat stuff's good. We're happy with most of that.
Yes. Johnny Love, apparently the cane toads were introduced to Australia as a means of controlling pest beetles in the sugarcane industry in 1935, only to become more of a pest themselves.
Yep.
It tends to happen, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mother Nature knows best. Leave well alone.
Is it cane, C-A-I-N, or C as in like sugar cane?
I don't know.
E. Interesting. They've got different names. Anyway.
I don't know. I'm not that smart.
Jim Simmons, what do you guys think of the new Laney FR speaker cabinet that looks like a 4x12? Cannot get our heads around it. It's just like, yeah.
To steal someone else's meme.
I don't understand what's going on. How Laney thought that was a good idea, it baffles me. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense.
I'm sure if we spoke to Laney's marketing department, they would have a very, very strong, nearly reason for doing it. But I can't for the life of me think what that reason would be.
For maybe like the one or two big touring acts that would go out, that might just be a little bit, it's just going, that they're a little bit fed up with their in-ear monitors and they just want to have, and they're using modelers and they want to have something behind them just kicking out a bit of air. That's the only reason. But where else would you use that?
From memory, and it's not even memory. I can't fake that. It's 2,600 watts of a 4x12. Well, it's not 2,600 watts.
No.
That's probably ppm or peak music power, whatever they want to quote it at. It's probably in the region of 500 watts.
It won't even be that. It won't
Probably
be that.
not. I mean, it hasn't arrived yet, and I'm not sure when. I need to check on the shipping status of it. But the little Positive Grid Live thing I've ordered, that's rated at like 450 watts. And apparently you can still keep up with the drummer. So why you would need 2.6 kilowatts of power, I don't know.
Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah. Marketing department. That is a solution looking for a problem, that thing.
Yeah, without doubt. It's the strangest. Hollywood actress. Good evening or evening, Hollywood. Hope you are well.
Good evening.
Mike Blue says Mick from TPS did a show about delay before dirt. There we go. It can be done. It's normally, I wouldn't do it before the dirt though. I'd do it before an overdriven amp.
Yeah. That does sound different. I wouldn't put delay into an overdrive pedal, but I would, if I had no loop, I'd certainly put delay into the front end of an amp that was cooking slightly, because that's different. And also, when you have no choice, you just do it.
Yeah. I've got it makes a Clockwork pedal, J Rocket.
Yeah.
I use that going into the front of an amp, and the thing is as soon as if you go into a clean amp and you've got that delay and you can just about hear that delay going into a clean amp, going in the front end of a clean amp, and it's just like sort of tickling the out. As soon as you put on a dirt pedal, that delay just goes, it blows out. It blows out. Then you get weird repeats, as I said, as the delay goes down in level, because it's not the same level as the guitar signal. It's just to me,
I've heard bands like Radiohead use it brilliantly, that effect.
You have to just keep if you're doing like a big sort of part that is just constant, it works. But not if you play like a staccato thing, it just sounds weird.
Or solo on it, it sounds odd, I think. But
yeah, I agree.
In the right context, it can work.
Yeah. There we go. We've had that one.
Oh, it's a repeat. That's why. There we go.
Martin Collier said went to Southampton to see Joe Stump last night. Only done 5 songs. Venue stopped them at 11 p.m. Had to put up with Girls' School and Raven. Only to be cut off early. Pissed off. Girls' School, were they like? Is it like 80s rock bands? I remember a rock band called Girls' School. I don't know. Who's Joe Stump? I'm really bad. Who's Joe Stump?
I don't know either. But I mean, I want to know which venue it was. Cut them off at 11 o'clock. Because I want to know this. Because, generally, we all know that venues get into a lot of trouble if you go too late. So did it just not go on time, or what happened? Because, I know that, for example, we had to finish by 10 o'clock at the weekend.
Yeah.
Because Manchester Central's license is 10 till 10. I've done plenty of gigs where, I went to see Guns N' Roses at the O2.
Mm-hmm.
And they were an hour and a half late going on, but did the whole show. And apparently Axl said, I don't care how much we're fined for going on. We're going to go on. We're going to finish the show.
Yeah.
Funniest.
Well, that's when. Go on.
Funniest thing about that gig was they messed up the End of November Rain, but the guy on pyros had already hit the button.
Awesome.
So the pyros went off, and he went, whoa, let's do that again, and started the piano outro on November Rain again.
Brilliant. Joe Stump was in Alcatraz, the band Alcatraz, and so was it Malmsteen, and wasn't Vi in Alcatraz for a bit?
Yeah, Vi was in Alcatraz as well.
There we go.
Yeah.
So he's one of those sort of shreddy guitar players, I guess.
Yeah, not a name that's as familiar as the Malmsteen or the Vi.
No, I'd never heard of him, to be honest. Mike Blue, TransTune. That's the name of the Steinberger tuning system. Right. Bad choice for these days for a name. TransTune.
That would be it. Would now be called the They Them tune.
There we go. You're going to get in trouble with Aaron again doing this. You know.
What Aaron's forgotten is that I don't care.
Jim Simmons, what do you guys think of the?
Yeah.
There we go. Was that Jim that asked the question before?
I don't know, but I don't think no. Yes, but he's now put the numbers in. Yeah, I think we've nailed that one to the garden post.
Drum Bass Studios. What 2 guitar pedals would you need the most paired with the Fender Blues Junior 4 combo? 100-ish budget. Drummer asking. £100 budget. God, you're not going to get a lot for 100 quid.
Second hand.
Yeah.
eBay. So you're looking on eBay, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Paired with a Blue Junior. Well, it depends what you want to do with said Blue Junior. If you want something that's going to juice it up a bit, you're going to want some kind of drive pedal or distortion-y type pedal.
I would get a Tube Screamer because
that's the next thing I was going to suggest.
And a Blues Junior, maybe a delay.
Yeah.
A delay. If you pick up second hand, you
can probably pick up a flashback.
Yeah.
Flashback for under 50 quid on eBay.
Yeah. Perfect.
And that's not a bad shout.
Ibanez Tube Screamer and a flashback.
Yeah.
There we go.
We get a lot of repeats tonight, which is somewhat weird, but hey.
Who is going to the Brum Guitar Show, the Birmingham Guitar Show on the 2nd, 3rd of March?
Not me, because I'm working in Sheffield.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going. I was thinking about going, but I don't think I'll be going.
Boom.
Daniel, good evening, rats from sunny but very cool North Carolina. Good evening, Daniel.
Right. Just a note, and it's not being not a thing. Just because we don't answer your question within seconds, don't repost it. It's just that we can see all the questions coming in, and we're trying to get our way through them. So
yeah, people. So we do them in order. We just go down the list, unless someone makes a super chat, which then they go to the top of the list.
Yes.
That would only be fair.
They've paid for it effectively.
Exactly, yeah. If you want your question to go top of the list, do a super chat, and we will gladly answer it.
Buy us a half a lager shandy and a pint of Lambrini.
Exactly. Mike, he says, evening, all from Cranley. Evening, Mike. Hope you are well. Sunny Cranley. Grunge. Also have to see Limehouse Lizzie tomorrow. Best tribute band I've seen. It's a very happy days. Nice one.
Very cool.
Mississippi Blues. Evening, all. Paul watched your videos on the IR200 and took the plunge. Great pedal. Nice one. Yeah, good pedal that. It's got some good tones in that.
Yeah.
Lee says, Miguel tube pedals, the Friedman IRX and the Victory V4 jack pedals are both excellent and both have real valves. Yes, if you're looking for, but they're amp in a box. I think he already uses a lot of, so they're very much sort of the whole thing combined, aren't they? I think he already uses stuff in the an
amp modeling application.
Yeah, but maybe that is the way to go. Do that, and then I think, possibly Lee. See, Lee should be doing this, not us. Adrian says, "Okay, thanks for the feedback, guys. Much love, and to you, mate. Hope all's well." Al says, "Do you still have the crazy tube circuits high power? That demo is excellent, Paul." Yes, I do. Al, cheers. Thanks, mate. Yes, it's in. I've got a cupboard which is a rack of drawers which is just full up with pedals that I've done reviews of. I need to have a cull. Really need to have a cull.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Sent says Kingsley pedals are incredible, expensive though. Yes. I've never tried any Kingsley pedals. I think they're Australian. I've got a feeling Mr. Kingsley lives in Australia. Right. Ben says, any other new Tonex captures in the works? Only the Amplified Nation ones are already done on the website. Yes, we're doing the Cornell TSR 20, the Studio X 20 amp. James is doing
that. That'll be up in the next week or so because I've actually got clients in half term, and I've got clients in the studio.
Oh,
what are
nice.
the chances? What are the chances?
Yes, but very pleased with the Amplified Nation ones.
Mm.
They could come out really, really, really well.
Cool.
Yes. Nectaria says recording a mic'd amp with reverb, a pedal versus adding reverb post software opinions. Oh, I would. It depends if you want stereo reverb. So yes, you can put reverb on the amplifier. Then you are very much sort of tied into that sound. Yes, you can reduce reverb in a mix by clever tools and stuff, but
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I would personally. I like adding reverb post. I'd always do it post. It just sounds. It sounds more natural because if you think about it,
and you've probably got better tools to do it post.
Yeah, but if you don't have reverb, is the sound of, think of a guitar amp. Let's put it, just in that sort of context. The guitar amp is playing in a room, and that room or the hall or whatever, the space creates a reverb. So if you then put the reverb through the speaker, yes, it's a sound, but it's an artificial sound. Digital reverbs, yes, they're artificial, but they sound more natural to me.
I think as well, I mean, I know you have spent many years producing music to sound not necessarily quote unquote natural, but most of what I do is the drums, the guitar might be in this room, but I want them to sound like they're on a big stage in one room, all playing cohesively at the same time. So generally, in that case, what I would probably do is, yes, I would probably record the guitars clean, even record the amps with no reverb, and I will apply the same reverb to the drums as to the guitars, as to the other instruments like horns, maybe, or something like that, to make it feel like it's all in the same room.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not necessarily saying I'll do it in the same actual process, because I might have 2 or 3 reverb units in a mix, or a plugin, if you like, that are all set the same. But I don't want to muddy the guitar reverb up with the drums going through it. Does that make any sense at all?
We'll have to have a chat about that, because I disagree with that. I disagree with that. There's a reason for that, but anyway, a different time.
All right, let's move on.
John Hale says, "Hi guys, new here and enjoying the content. My first watch was the Jam P1 preamp video. Great 80 sounds. Cheers, John."
Also available as a Tonex download.
Yes. Davros says, "Nice one. I can't leave mine alone. It's a great pedal." What can't you leave alone?
The Boss.
Don't know. No, we've talked about a few pedals actually.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Oh, maybe the Soldano.
Or maybe, yeah, that's true. Yes, that is a good pedal.
Miguel says, Hollywood says, Miguel, what about Blue amp, which is a head and a pedal? Yeah, that's very true. Still sounds best to me going through a speaker, which anyway.
Yes.
Centre Wheelchair Pillow, he said, to be clear, Kingsley makes valve pedals that clone Fender Marshall, etc., as well as his own recipes for tone. Glorious sounds, but not for the faint of heart. Absolutely.
He was also great in Gandhi.
Very good. Johnny Love. Sheila, I deleted the incorrect spelling, but you must have already grabbed it.
Right, we got there in the end. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Mike says, I like my delay so you can hear it till everyone else stops playing. Hollywood says, Lee, your mini European prog tour, could you have done the shows with just a Boss GT1? I think you could have done.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot going on there, was there?
No. But yes, I'm sure Lee will answer that. Sense says, going to see Tom Emmanuel this Friday at the Paramount in Denver. Just wanted to brag a bit. Love some bluegrass guitar. Yes, he's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Norman Wallace says, what's your take on Divided by 13 going to 2 rock? Hey, that's another good amp, James.
What, Divided by 13? Or 2
yeah.
Or either or.
Well, yeah, either or. I mean, I've had 3 Divided by 13 amps and 2 rocks. I think it's a bit of a mismatch because Divided by 13, I love Divided by 13 amps. I think they're brilliant, but the whole build process is really different to 2 rocks. 2 rock it's like Amplified Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is built to pristine sort of standards. It's part of 2 rock. It is the aesthetic, and yes, they are great sounding amps, but they are built to perfection. Divided by 13 are a bit more rough and ready. If you look at the Tolex and Divided by 13, as you go around the back of a Divided by 13 amp, it's a completely different build. You can see all like the wood, because the Tolex doesn't quite sort of match up with the end, and it doesn't fold over and stuff. It's a real different amp. So I think it's a bit weird. I think 2 rock will do really well with it. But are they going to increase the price up to 2 rock sort of prices? Because Divided by 13, they're expensive amps, but they're not 2 rock price. So it'd be interesting to see what 2 rock does with the prices. And if they sort of still keep that, it's not rough and ready. It's definitely not. They're really nicely built, and they're really built well.
It's like they're built like a normal human being would, and
as opposed to over-engineered.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, 2 rock stuff is so over-engineered. It's brilliant, and I mean that in a positive way, but it's over-engineered.
Yeah.
Joe Stump's a bit like Ingve, says John. Hi everyone, I'm at work. Just caught the question.
Okay.
Ben says recommendations on lower output and higher clarity humbuckers. Yes, Thornbuckers.
Are they low output? Because they are, aren't they? Yeah, they're low output.
Yeah. So, yeah, Thornbuckers would I'd always say that, because probably the only pickup that I know that I think everyone that tries them goes, I love that. They're really good. Joe Stump was at the 1865, so that's the sort of club.
Venue. Yeah. I was surprised. I'm surprised they had an issue with 11 o'clock curfew.
Maybe it's residential in there. I've never been.
Yeah,
there,
maybe. I don't know it. I was going to say, if it's someone like the Concord, that I know is primarily a kind of jazz light venue. The Concord Club.
Where's that?
Just north of Southampton. I can't remember what the name the town is, or the village is called, but it's that way.
Oh, how interesting.
It's great venue, actually. Really good.
It's not too far from it. Concord. The Concord Club, is it called?
Concord Club, yeah. I've played there loads of times.
Eastleigh,
just north of Southampton.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't wrong.
Yeah, it's nice. Good. I haven't played there for a while, but I've done some good gigs there.
Nice. Jim says, what speakers are the best to hear your amp modeler through with cab sims on or IRs? Do you mean would you mean like studio monitors, or do you mean like FRFR sort of live things?
Because studio monitors, as expensive as you can afford, is going to be as a general rule, is the best ones you could hear. FRFR, a PA cab or a pair of PA cabinets.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
My QSCs sound wicked. If I'm doing, sound really good.
That's better. Yeah. Just get yourself a decent pair of studio monitors. Yeah, I don't think you haven't got to spend a lot. It's only guitar. You've got to think guitar as well. It's a very narrow frequency band.
Yeah.
It's not like, mixing vocals and stuff. It doesn't matter as much, I don't think.
You don't got to worry about sub, have you?
Exactly, yeah.
Right, here we go. Keep going.
Alex87 said, any suggestion to replace my Boss Katana speaker to make it less harsh for the distorted sounds? The thing is, mate, it's one man's harsh is another man's
bright.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So James and I did some videos on. I did a Celestian redback.
I put a pair of creambacks in mine, and they sound because I've got the Tuba 12 Katana. I've vintage 30s in them. I took the GT12s, the 75 watt Marshall Celestians out of my Tuba 12 Marshall and put in vintage 30s because I just, that's for me is a combination that works. If you want it to sound like a Marshall cab, put vintage 30s in.
The Boss makes something called the Wazza speaker, which is really good. They're like creambacks.
They're in that 4x12 and they sound amazing. When I get round to it, that 4x12 is going, the one that I've ripped to, and the Wazza one is going in there because that sounds amazing.
Right, there we go.
I can't help myself but go Wazza.
Yeah. Jennifer Wheelchair Pillow. Simon Jarrett Kingsley is English but lives in Vancouver. Okay. Studied at GIT, incredible player that seems to help with his ear and crafting circuits. Can you tell I'm a fan? There we go.
Never give it away.
He has a ton of Kingsley amps, 12-year waiting list and pedals. Would you consider doing a review of his stuff if one of your fans sent you some of his gear? Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because someone with a 12-year waiting list does not need to deal with us.
Yeah.
And you can read into that statement exactly what you want.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's got to be worth it for us to do it. So it's either it's going to get views, which, to be honest, it's not going to get a lot of views. It's not going to be like mega views and stuff. So, I mean, I'd be interested in trying it and seeing if it was worth doing. But they've got that pedal show sort of raving about the pedals. I don't think he needs someone else raving about it.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you'd say you don't. I always look at it whenever you do a video or do a thing. Some things you do for money, some things you do because you should, and some things you do because you want to.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm very much of the person who will normally follow the last one to the detriment sometimes of the other two. You know that. I will do something because I want to do it.
Yeah.
But it can be challenging when you have to, at some point you do have to look at it and go, this is what was it they call it? I can't remember what the phrase is. When you do something and you're doing it for yourself, it's not for the masses.
Oh. Vanity project? Would you
call it something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I know I've never tried any of his stuff, but I know it's highly regarded and stuff. Cool. Shall I talk about some stuff? But there's not a lot of I can show you new gear because there's not a lot of stuff out at the moment.
Look at that! Did you see that? That was like you got a jib cam on, extreme close up.
So there's a couple of things I want to show.
Okay,
show and tell. 2, 3. Hold on. There we go. It's spinning around. Oh, see the studio. So I put in. Well, I'll show you first of all the reason why I've done this.
Right.
Because I put.
Oh, they're good. Well, I know they're good.
Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that down there. There we go. That's better.
Lovely.
So KHE amp switcher. That it's absolutely brilliant. That thing. So what I've done is I've rigged up. It's really clever because I've got only 3 amps in there. So I've got the overdrive reverb, the Wonderland overdrive, and I dug out because there's some really great sounds in it. The Boss Wazza amp. that actually, I think that's the most expensive amp, even out of those two. When it came out, that thing was ridiculous. But yeah, Boss sent it over to do because Boss was sort of knocking them out, and they sent one over so I could do a video.
We did a video, didn't we? Did it here?
Yeah, it's really, really good sounding out. But anyway, yeah. So there's that. So that plugs into that. It's really clever because you see, it's got these sort of dull lights on.
Yeah, it tells you a load is there.
Yeah. So it's really clever. And then you sort of switch on what amp you want. So you have to switch the load on first of all, and then switch the amp on you want.
It won't let you throw your amps, will it? It's brilliant.
It's brilliant, and again, over-engineered to perfection. And I mean,
well, I've got the 4 amp 2 cab version.
Yeah,
and I wish I had the 8 amp 4 cab version.
Yeah. So there's that, and the other piece of gear which I got, which might have been let me zoom in.
Oh, hello.
Hold on.
Didn't we sell those?
Yes, we sold it. I wanted to try it again because I wanted to start to make captures for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got all of the Amplified Nation on the Quad Cortex as well now, and I'm really enjoying it. And they've definitely improved it. They've definitely improved that.
Good.
Oops, hold on, let me zoom out. Hold on. There we go.
So that close up, mate, it looks like you've given yourself a left black eye. From that close up, you look like you've just.
Have I got bags under my eyes? Have I?
Well, that's better.
Yes.
So you've been purchasing, or is the KHE a loaner, or
it's in for review.
Nice.
Yeah, it's in for review. It's really, really, really good. Really, really impressed with that. And it's got effects loop on it. Has yours got an effects loop?
No.
It's got an effects loop. It's really, really good.
I like they do one. They do a whole. So when I got mine, it was basically a 4 amp or 8 amp. That was the 2 versions. But
Right.
he's really got a town now with like switches that you can pair them up and stuff, and it's really cool. Really, really clever. Really clever stuff. And beautifully built. I love hearing all the relays do their thing, and
it's really well built.
Right.
What's next?
Boom.
DMAC, he says, do you think the Marshall Mini Jubilee 20-watt combo is still a good choice in 2024 for an all-round rock and roll amp? Yeah, it's great.
Yes,
I like that a lot. Yeah, like that. Miguel Hollywood, I don't know this amp. Any information? Thanks. I don't know what they're talking about.
Probably
best to look it up as opposed to just look it up on. That's what Google's for, Miguel. I would say just type them in and
have
a look at that. Title brought me. Steve Cassidy says, many apologies, Rats. Missed tonight. Rehearsals. No problem, mate. Oh. Have a good rehearsal.
Far more important than listening to us rattle on.
Absolutely. Listen to our guff. Lee Abraham, Hollywood. He said, totally with the GT1. It's a fantastic unit. And I've been seen a few people online saying that Boss are working on the next generation. Oh, interesting. I've seen GT1X mentioned. That sounds great if they are. Nice.
Cool.
Lee also says, but also hope they don't mess it up.
They're pretty solid, the team at Boss, aren't they?
They're pretty solid, I would say.
They don't drop the
rarely, very rarely.
Ball is the phrase I'm trying.
David says, LMX missing for the 3rd week, too busy, thumbs up and all that. Cheers. Is that beard getting longer?
I think it is, yeah.
Drum Bass Studios just went on eBay and got this as new condition. Ibanez TS 808 Tube Screamer, reshoot overdrive, pedal. Cheers, guys, for advice. Nice one.
Yeah, great shout.
Evening all, says Max. Evening, Max. The Elmwood 560 says, anyone tried the UAD Lion 68 Super Lead is kind of the dream amp. you'll see it up there.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Next
Moving
question.
on.
Next question.
I hate to say it, we're in the minority though, aren't we?
What's that?
We're in the minority.
Yeah, people love it. Oh.
Everyone else loves it. And I didn't say anything at that point. Moving on.
The Onward 560. I see another amp show up in Paul's future. Possibly, yeah, it might need to be. But no, the thing is, I don't want any more amps than that. I don't need any more amps. I think I might just have to swap them out. I haven't got a lot more space in the studio, to be honest.
Yeah, I need to have an amp cull. Big time. I do. So if anyone's interested in anything that they've seen recently or not recently, give me a shout. They will also be appearing shortly on the Studio Rats gear sale page, which you may or may not have noticed on the website.
There you go.
The website is studiorats.net, and there are various bits and pieces up there for sale that either Paul or myself are flogging on. Some of it is, most of it's in very high quality stuff, because generally we don't buy dross, do we?
No.
Much of it you will also see on the channel, because we generally don't buy stuff and not make a video out of it.
Yeah. Mendel says, nice, you finally got the KHE. The QC looks better in black and gold. Yeah, it's a special edition. I was going to get it from Guitar, but Anderson's had the black and gold one, so I was just like, oh, I just want the black and gold one.
And have they dropped in price?
I think it was $14.99, $49.5, something like that.
Really. They will do soon.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what the soon was.
Hollywood says, hello, Mr. God Cortex Paul. Has your view changed since it first came out? Yes, and no. I'm going to get Lee over, because there's a couple of things about it. I think if you profile your amps, it's fantastic, and that's all I want it for. I want it for the profiling and the effects that are built into it. Because for me, the Axe effects was amazing, but I wanted my own amplifiers inside the Axe effects. You can't profile it on Axe effects. You can tone match. It's not the same thing. So I wanted all of the effects in one box, and as opposed to the Tone X pedal, which is you have to have that, and then you have extra effects and all that sort of stuff. Until IK come out with a.
You'd think Tone X and Amplitude in their stable of stuff, they've got a really good, powerful floor type unit thing cooking there somewhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because the Amplitude effects are excellent.
Yeah. Effects loop or insert for an attenuator? Well, both. It's got an effects loop and an insert for an attenuator, so you can do both on it. But I can't do that because I use two different attenuators. So if I ran,
just run the attenuator as a line out from one of the speaker outs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but on this one, you've got an attenuator input as well, so you can attenuate on all of your speakers.
Oh,
so
that's
everything. Yeah.
So what I do, because I've got 3 output sources. I've got the 4x12, I've got the aux, and I've got the Grossman cabinet. I run the Grossman cabinet off the aux.
Yeah.
So that gives me my three cabinets.
I think that's the best way of doing that with the aux as well, because I think that Grossman still sounds better. With the amp sound better attenuated going into the Grossman, because you can't turn it up. To me, you still can't turn it up as loud. But yeah,
no. But it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Boom.
Jeff says my KG 8x4 is the older one that doesn't have dedicated loop for a reactive load, so I need a reactive load for each cabinet. That's funny. Yeah, it's funny because I don't need the reactive load for each cabinet. But if I had a studio with like a big live room and you had loads of different cabinets you mic'd up, then yes, I think the new one with the reactive load input is brilliant. Steve said, I've just ordered of them Solo Kings from Anderton's, HB, Faisley, and Jet. Specs at similar prices. Am I crossing my fingers? Mr. Anderton sends me a good one. Lol. Oh, I haven't seen that. Have they got a bit of a discount on Solo Kings? Nice one.
Yeah, I think they're bought into them in a fairly big way.
Nice. Sent says, what is it about tube reverb tanks that makes them so expensive? I can't find one for under $700. What gives? I guess it's basically all the electronics and.
It's basically an amp, isn't it? It's a very low powered amp.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why it's such a big thing. Yeah,
I see. This is brilliant. I love the question underneath. Anyway, keep going. Yeah, because we've got one more before we get to that. Just picked up my KG switcher last week, same as Jive. It's fantastic. Oh, nice one, Johnny.
Really, really good. I'm not going to bother with Chloe because apparently
she's a graphic designer.
Well, that's lovely. But that's what happens when you get people coming on from Twitch.
I don't know what she thinks she's going to get out of that advertising on air. Mark Doolan, spec wise, the Solo Kings have stainless steel frets. Oh, border bodies, etc. All for £300, and they're breaking into that market. Nice one. Okay, you need to let's bend Chloe because she's. Max, are we keeping you up, Paul? Yeah, no, I've been sleeping that well. I've been getting up really.
The thing is,
yeah,
I don't think we can.
Can you not? How funny!
Yes,
how funny. Anyway,
we all know what Chloe's Discord is now. I mean, and other than a few very seriously techie geeky things that I have to go onto Discord for, who uses Discord?
Chloe, you're wasting your time here, love. So best to.
Yes. We're at an hour, so should we do the news? I don't think it'll take
long. No, there's nothing really, but let's do it. Share screen. Right, can you see?
Not yet. No.
Hold on. Let me do it. There we go. Right, so it's really, really quiet this week. Like really quiet.
Right.
Guitar. There's Noel Gallagher's 78 Les Paul, which was given to him by Johnny Marr, I think.
Yeah.
There's a new Gibson garage that's opening in London, and they're selling
24th of February. I seem to remember.
Is that what it is? And they're going to be selling them just there. So if you're into Noel Gallagher, and you want one of these, I don't know how much they are, how much they're going to be, but I imagine they're going to be
$1 gazillion.
Yeah, they're going to be overpriced because let's put it, what's a 78 Les Paul is not exactly a sought after.
It's not a 58, is it?
Well, no, it's just it just wasn't when Gibson were considered to be making good guitars. I'm sure it's.
So this is how I know that it's Paul that's frozen because his computer screen hasn't. Oh, he's back now.
Hey, there we go.
Back, yeah.
Back, yeah.
It was very bizarre because none of the graphics on the screen froze. Only you did.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of weird, but hey,
it is weird. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, so there's an Alex Lifeson pedal out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
this is gonna make me
go on.
This is going to make me a heathen.
Go on.
I know. But I don't get them. I don't get that band.
There's a man that loves prog and you don't get that?
I don't get them.
Don't you? No, I'm not a massive Rush fan, to be honest.
I wonder if it's his voice that annoys me.
Yeah, I can sort of get that. I think everything annoys me. It's just too much for me. Everything's just too much.
The funniest Rush moment I ever saw was one of their concerts the South Park characters opened for them, and it was so hilariously funny. Clearly, being a Canadian thing,
Yeah.
I was in bits about how funny it was.
Oh, really?
But other than that, Rush, don't float my boat.
No, I don't get it.
Sorry, the internet.
Yeah. God, we've been quite
brutal,
nervous.
aren't we?
Yeah, we've been a bit mer this week. Okay, and lastly,
see now, I think that's cool.
Do you?
But only because I really like Muse.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Bellamy's great, isn't he? It's really expensive, though.
Of course it is.
So they're making how many of these are they making? They're making it's like not many, 8 or something.
8.
I mean, it's something like that. It's
wow.
They're not going to. It's not going to be a big selling guitar, is it?
No.
So, but if you look at what's on it, it's not like an expensively spec guitar. It's
at least
it's
all right. Chaos pad strapped to it anymore.
That's true. Yeah, at least it hasn't. So you've really got to be a massive Muse fan, because it's it's a bit of an ugly telly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a telly that's just gone kind of.
Yeah.
But but he makes a phenomenal noise on the thing.
Yeah. Oh, so there's 10. There's 10 of each packet. So £8,000 for V1 and 1399 for V2. I don't know what the difference is between V1 and V2. Maybe V2 you get the mask as well. I don't know. Okay, that means a V2 model is accompanied by an actual mirror face mask. Yeah, you do. You get the mask. Oh my gosh! Wow, that's crazy, isn't it?
I just don't understand. This is not a guitar that anyone will play. It's a guitar that will go in a cabinet on a wall and no one will ever touch.
But it's not really a guitar that's ever going to hold its value. That's the thing. So I think you've got to be like a right Muse fan to buy it. You've just got to be obsessed, because it's not as though you're going out and you're buying. When Gibson do things like that, they release Pearly Gates for Billy Gibbons, or like a classic sort of replica guitar, because that's basically what this is. It's a replica of his guitar, even though the same company make it, like Gibson do.
But isn't it it used to be Manson guitars? It
is Manson, yeah.
It is Manson, yeah.
Yeah. It is Manson.
So it's a boutique English maker who aren't actually that boutique.
Well, they are boutique. It's a guitar shop in Exeter, isn't it? It's Exeter.
Yeah. They used to have their own show. They used to have their own event every year, which was brilliant. It used to be a really cool show in a sports centre.
Oh, awesome. And he's a great, he's a fantastic guitar player. He's really, does. He's really impressive.
I would say he's a really inventive and innovative guitar player, rather than just going, I can play pentatonic scales.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. It's I don't know. I don't know. I think you just got to be a fan. Anyway, we've gone on too much about it. Let's go back.
Right. Love it. Right, let's get into some of these questions before Chloe bores us all to tears.
Read the room. You know what I mean? Miguel says, have you tried the Neural Amp Model plugin? It's free, but would like to know your opinion about it because it sounds amazing. I use it since my ears injury. Greetings from Spain. I tried it. I didn't really get on with it, to be honest. I hadn't done any modeling with it. I tried some models that were some people created. I really didn't like it, to be honest. So,
but no capture option on it, presumably.
You can capture on it, yeah.
All right.
You can capture on it.
Can you then export those captures into Quad Cortex?
No, I don't know. I don't but there's no reason to anyway. There'd be no reason to, because you can do it all in Cortex. But you can do into 2 notes, genome.
All right, interesting.
Yeah. Adventures in so Larry saying quick hello for a cheeky 17 hours door to door today. Hope everyone's well. So he smelt a bit of Matt Bellamy, and he's Max says, someone tell me about NAM amp captures. Are they any good? Genome codecs can apparently load. Oh, they are. Just what I said.
There you
go. James Dishing Rush will get you lynched. I think you've done this before. I've got a feeling.
I think so. No, you'll notice though I didn't even say the name of the band because I just thought it was safer to just say them.
Yeah. Oh, look, Aaron's here. Is there a link to the stream? He wants to tell you off about your comment.
He can tell me off what he likes. I have the power.
Near the top, Aaron.
If you want to join us.
John Howe says, "Hi guys, have either of you experienced experience of the real high watt DR103 versus the high power pedal? I ran a DR103 for several years gigging, but couldn't get it to drive unless via OD pedal. Super clean amp. Yeah. Played one. Yeah, I mean, you've got the thing about amps, and especially high watt amps, because they're real high headroom.
Super high headroom, yeah.
Yeah, you've really got to turn them up.
Mr. Gilmore doesn't have a problem on the size of stages he plays it, does he?
Exactly. Miguel, another question. How would be your perfect guitar? Mine, a strap body with F-holes, like yours, made of cypress and spruce top with a telly neck and telly pickup, P90 and humbucker configuration. Nice. I like strats with telly necks. I think they look really good. Single coils all the way though for me.
I would have.
I know what you'd have. You're just weird.
I'd have a Strat.
There we go.
With a humbucker in the neck, a Strat center pickup, and a telly bridge pickup.
Well, they make that. We saw them in Guitar Center.
Yeah, but you can get them in Guitar Center in Los Angeles, but we've never seen them anywhere else in the world, have we?
No.
I nearly went and spent quite a bit of money, didn't we? We were both looking at going, these are great, but they were quite a lot of money.
Yeah. No, I didn't think they were that bad. They were just custom shop prices. They weren't they weren't overly, they were expensive, but as in a custom shop is.
But still, they were quite a lot of cash for quite a weird guitar, but they looked great, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm amazed we didn't actually take any pictures. We were a bit sort of dazed and confused at that point.
Yeah. The Elmwood 560 for 14K needs to play at my next birthday. Definitely.
Yes.
Aaron says they didn't post it. Just want to say if anyone's going on Saturday, then I want one of those guitars. It's going on. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Because Aaron's a massive fan, isn't he? Of did you not post the link?
I did post the link there at the top.
Yes, you did. It's definitely. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down, 8 down.
I'll post it again just for a laugh. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah, that's a good. So Aaron, if you're serious. Oh, I was going to say I can't go on Saturday.
I can't go into town this weekend. I've got a million things to achieve with small people.
There you go. But and that's a guitar that holds its value.
At this point, we have to invite onto the show the one, the only Mr. He's Not So Short. It's Aaron.
There you go. There he is.
I am serious. Are you going or not?
No, I won't be going. Is there anyone?
It'll make a great video. You have to be there. One per customer. It made a great video. I went down to the Gibson garage and bought a Noel Gallagher guitar on behalf of Aaron Short.
Yeah, see, I think you did. I think that's a good. They're good buys, aren't they? Because as I said earlier, I think those guitars, if it's a Gibson and it's a limited run, they go up in value. I mean your one now is definitely worth more than you paid for it.
But there's only 20 of these. 20. What are they thinking? They're all going to be bought by. If I wasn't working this weekend, I would go. I'd fly over. Well, here's the thing. I would line up overnight to see if. I mean, I just got this. I hate the scalping thing, and I can imagine someone paying a bunch of people to buy these guitars and sell them. I don't know what the price is. They won't tell me. I can't find that out. If anyone knows in the chat, please let us know. But you just know if there's only 20 and it's that limited, they're going to sell. They're going to be scalped.
Yeah, they will be.
And you can't buy it online. You've got to be there in person. Fair enough. So if I wasn't gigging this weekend, I would fly over. I'd do a whole live stream, document the whole thing, because there are a lot of Noel Gallagher Oasis guitar fans out there. I think it'd make a great video. And at the very least, I would try and buy one, because like you said, I think you just said that, at the very least, if you did need to sell it on, you can get your money back. So it's not right.
It reminds me of when every year Turnkey, the famous music high-tech retailer in London, used to do their midnight sale. And what they would do is they would shut the shop at like 5 o'clock and then reopen at midnight.
Yeah.
And do an overnight, like everything was ludicrously discounted. And all the vagrants on Tottenham Court Road would sit outside Turnkey and then sell their spot to the highest bidder in the queue. Yeah.
But will that happen? Will this be like an iPhone, people camping out, buying them to sell them? Let's do a prediction. At the very least, if I can't get one of these, let's do a prediction, because it's kind of a cool guitar. It's actually the modified black one. It's got the coil split in it, and it's aged. I think it's Murphy. Is it Murphy Lab? It's the real deal. I think it's going to be heavy. His is heavy. I think it's going to be 10 pounds. I don't really want a 10-pound Les Paul anyway. I just want it because it's limited and because it's because just the whole. I grew up on Oasis, so. But let's do a prediction then. Like I'm wondering if do you think there'll be a line around the block and they'll be on Reverb the next day, or do you think they won't sell? I mean, is anyone in the chat looking to buy? I know no one is looking to buy one of these.
They're going to be 20K, aren't they? They're going to be 20K.
Well, we don't know. You think?
I would say it's going to be 13 to 14, but it could be 20K. It could be 20K. It's different.
And even if it is, they're still going to sell out.
Without doubt. I mean, the whole reason that Gibson are doing this, because it's a publicity stunt. They want people kipping outside the shop, waiting for the shop to open so they can do it.
You think they will? You think there'll be people waiting outside, and you think we'll see them the next day on Reverb, like all 20 of them on Reverb?
I don't think you'll see all 20. I think you'll see 5.
Yeah.
Because that's the state of the world at the moment. Anything comes out that someone can make money on, they'll do it, as opposed to letting someone like yourself who actually wants that guitar. Do you not know? Have you not got any family and stuff?
Yeah, I thought about calling my mother. You fancy a nice day out? I can't do that.
Queue, please, outside a guitar shop.
No. I just honestly just thought, because I saw you were on. I just thought if you happened for some reason to be going on Saturday to report on it or something, I was just going to offer to you if there's one available and it's not crazy money. Because look, I'm also like I'm looking for the right Les Paul. I don't think this is the right Les Paul for me, but I'm also fully aware that if it doesn't work out, I can get my money back. Because obviously I'm gonna have to find a way to get it shipped here, or I'm gonna have to come over and pick it up. It's a lot of hassle. So I'm fully aware that I can at least get my money back on it. And that's the beauty of the limited edition. But at the same time, this brings up a whole conversation on scalping and limited edition and all that stuff that we just, I mean, someone said the IR2 pedal is so hard to get right now. People are scalping them. I mean, it's just where does it end? Where does it end?
Wow.
So it's ludicrous. I mean, when Paul and I bought our first quad Cortices, because that clearly is the plural, and we both sold them within a couple of weeks of having them. People had them up online for vastly inflated prices, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I want my money back for it, but I'm not gonna. I don't want 25% more, because that's just ridiculous. It's tech, after all.
Hmm.
It's a piece of guitar tech. It's not like it's a Les Paul 58, 57 burst or 59 burst, whatever the year is.
Well, one question then. At what point do you become a scalper? Like, say I bought one of these guitars and in 6 months I need the money. I mean, I'm obviously going to sell it for the market value. I'm not going to sell it for what I paid for it. Does that make me at what point in time? If I sold it the next day at double the price, I'm a scalper. If I sell it at what point in time, like in the future, me selling that at that market price, do I become a scalper? Like a month, 2 months, 3 months?
I think it's how you do it. If you're buying the guitar to make money the next day, then that's different to buying the guitar, playing it for a bit, realizing you need to sell it, and then selling it. I don't think that's scalping. That's
very
just
different.
Well, that's a personal decision as well.
So,
anyway,
people buying the latest thing that's out at the moment is the Zildjian snare drum, obviously cymbal manufacturer, metal snare drum, and it's ridiculous the prices that it's going for now. There was a limited run.
A drum,
a limited run of Zildjian snare drums, and they're now ridiculous prices.
That was a joke for Paul.
Man, I just switched off as soon as he said drum.
I said, really? A drum? Like, as in a drum?
And my ears just went,
yeah.
Anyway, if you are going, if you know anyone's going and there's one available, Facebook message me. I'll let you know.
Yeah. If
I think if there's 20 of them and you are 21, I think you've missed the boat.
And if there's 20 that don't sell, maybe it's not the best purchasing decision. Because that means
Aaron wants it. Aaron only wants it if it's number 20.
No, I mean if they don't sell, then they have no value, and if you want to sell it in 6 months, you'll get nothing for it, which is another. We don't know. It's interesting.
The same thing happened with those PRS Silver Sky Nebula ones. I don't know if you remember that. It was a special paint job they did, and people they released, I don't know, loads of them, and people bought them because they were a limited edition thing, and then put them up for $5,000. No one bought them, and now you could pick them up for the price of a Silver Sky.
No, they still want more, and I think John Mayer has more. John Mayer has more clout than Noel Gallagher, I think.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But it's not like people were asking $5,000 for them. You know they weren't selling for $5,000.
That's interesting that you say that, because I would imagine that there are way more people wanting to buy a Noel Gallagher guitar than there are wanting to buy a John Mayer guitar.
In England, maybe.
Yeah, in England, mate. You're not looking at John Mayer's massive in America.
Yeah, true.
The John Mayer I don't know if you've ever heard this story. I talk about it all the time because I hate it. I had one of the original John Mayer Martin guitars that they made, like 400 of them. And a friend, it was after I moved to America, a friend of mine, I did exactly the same thing. I asked a friend of mine to go and meet a guy in London, because he lived in London, to pick up this guitar. And then my family brought it over to me. And then it was $7,000. And I freaked out thinking, well, it's going to go down in value and I should sell it. And I sold it to a guy locally for $7,000. So I just broke even. So I didn't scalp it at all. And now the value, you've got people offering, this was mint condition too. And now you've got people offering like $20,000 for them. But, you know, what hurts me the most really is that number more than the actual losing the guitar.
Instruments don't you know, any limited run instrument doesn't tend to lose value.
But that's a big increase. They were $4,000 when they came out.
But you know, at some point, everything has a resale value, and everything's going to sell for more than you bought it for, because just good quality instruments don't lose the value. But it's how long is your investment, and what do you want your return on investment to be? If you're looking for 30%, you're going to be keeping some instruments a lot longer than others.
Yeah. The sad thing is Noel Gallagher used to sell his guitars like 10 years ago. He would just, he bought, actually turns out he bought a lot of gear. And I heard stories of he would just sell guitars pretty reasonably. And now we've got reverb and everything's just, you know, crazy expensive. But look, if it's $20,000, I'm not interested. That's way too much money to put into a guitar. But if
it was, you know, what's your limit?
I mean, the red one, the 355 was $10,000. So I would say, right. I would say it should be the same. I know some of it's going to charity.
Good charity, mate.
Charity. I'd say 10 grand. I'd be interested, but I mean more than that. It's like there's another John Mayer they've just released this year. It's $20,000 that was at the NAMM show. You see that one? Great guitar, but I was the same. I was the same with that. I thought, oh, should I get one because I sold that other one? And I just 20 grand into one guitar. You know, and that's an acoustic. You're not even going to want to play the thing. You'd be so scared of scratching it. It's like it's just
there
too
are
much.
parts of England where you can buy a house for that.
Yeah, like where I'm from, Leiston. Yeah. Actually, not even there anymore.
Not
I heard
anymore.
you mention last week. You mentioned the Redback. I used to live in Acton as well, so I knew exactly. I actually want to ask you what the name of the band was you played there.
The band was called The Talent.
I don't remember.
Nothing like bigging up your own.
The Talent. They're so pretentious.
Anyway, I'll log into your show next week and let's see what happened with the Noel Gallaghers. Let's see if they sold and what they're going for and what the actual price was. But yeah, you know, just part of me that grew up on that stuff. Just that's how they get, you know, that everything's limited. Everything you want everything because you can't have it. Everything's limited. So I get it.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, good catching up. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Where did we get to?
20 grand. I think we're going to be very disappointed. I think Aaron will be very disappointed. I think they're going to be more expensive than that.
Well, the 335 went for 10. Maybe they will be about that. But I pay. Actually, I don't think they were limited to. I can't remember what the limited run was. Max says I'd pay.
No, there's what we got to.
Oh,
yeah. You're too far down.
Sorry. Manson the shop and Manson the builder are separate things. No, they're not. No, they're not.
I didn't believe so either, but
no, they're definitely not. They might have split recently, but no, it's not the same thing. Right. Hollywood actress, guitarist, so lucky today. I like seeing what touring musicians are using. A lot using Core Cortex, like Mateus, Kiko, and many session players. Some using Axe Effects and a few Helix and Kemper. Yeah, there's lots of it going on. Isn't there?
There's a lot of Kemper still around.
Yeah, a lot of Kemper still going, isn't there? Hollywood actress. I noticed Rick Astley's guitarist had Axe Effects.
Axe Effects.
Busted and McFly Kemper. However, I saw James Blunt guitarist using Fender amp pedals. It sounded great. Nice.
Was he using that Fender pedal? I wonder. The new thing.
Oh, I see. I'd maybe pay 50p in a packet of Smarties for the Gallagher thing. Miguel, thanks for your advice. So I will continue using the neural amp modeler and try and buy the tube stead of magnesium for a tube touch. What do you think of that configuration? Thanks, guys. Yeah, great. Give it a go.
Yeah, works for me.
You like that? Al says, I'm possibly thinking of going to the Gibson Guitar Garage on Saturday for a look. So they are, Al. Aaron, get hold of Al. Al, get hold of Aaron. Aaron's on Aaron Short Music on YouTube, Al. So you guys have a little chat. And you never know. You never know.
Yeah, that could be funny.
I think the price is going up. It's going to be up there. The Kurt Hammett Black Custom is 9K. Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be that. It's good. I mean, the Adam Jones V, they made 50 and went for 20K. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, those Boss amps in pedals are like unicorns, says Davros. Hammett was 150 run. 150. Yep. Mr. Oasis 3-chord strum, a waste of money. Woof.
It's fine. I mean, I thought I was starting a fight with my Rush dissing Rush, but
yeah, I'm not a massive Noel Gallagher fan. I way preferred the High Flying Birds than Oasis. I never got Oasis.
Yeah, I agree.
Lyrics. Baldy sounds like a bottom twink. Baldy sounds like a bottom twink. I have no
idea what that even means.
I've not got a clue. I wonder if that's the same guy that makes a stupid comment on the YouTube channel.
That's like, normally us. We're the ones.
No. I've just got this idiot that just makes like really like childish comments on the YouTube camera. So I wonder if it's stop. Baldy sounds like a bottom twink. What is a bottom twink?
Well, I'll tell you what we can do there. Boom. That's what we do.
Okay. No, I don't mind someone calling me Baldy. I haven't got. I'm bald. What can I do about that?
I'm not sure what a bottom twink is, but it sounds offensive. So I've banned him. Bye, loser.
Hollywood actress. I'm going to go against the grain and say whatever they sell for, it won't go up in value. I like Oasis and Noel's a great songwriter, but it's a no. Interesting. There we go.
Yeah, I think it will go up in value because I think Oasis, has got a provenance and a history. I think it will go up, but it will. I think it'll be 20K. It'll be a 20K buy-in.
Could be. Cheers, hooligans! Hit the like button. Cheers, Johnny. Yeah, it really does help. Give us a like.
Please do. We're lovely most of the time, if not a bit honest.
Could you recommend me one humbucker, one P90, and one Telly neck pickup with a sweet sound? Do you know what? As you're here tomorrow, I've got a video coming out on that guitar there, the Cream Tea Aurora. I've got the same pickups in that as I've got in my Nick Huber. Sounds completely different. The guitars sound completely different.
But the wood doesn't make any difference, Paul. We know that. It's been proven by people with high gain channels.
Yeah, so it really depends. I'd hate to one humbucker. I mean, I'll do it quickly. Pete Thornbucker, which is a Sir pickup for the humbucker. P90, Seymour Duncan Antiquity, and Telly neck pickup. Fender Custom Shop, Twisted Telly, whatever they're called. They're really good.
Cool. There you go. I couldn't name pickups like that. I don't know them enough about them.
Jeff Cook, never liked Oasis, but I saw Noel in a long interview and found him quite charming. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think he's mellowed out. And he's not. I agree. It will go up in value. A lot of fans of Noel, but the buy will be up there. Last one.
Max, you're absolutely right because yes.
Okay, but it was the same.
It was. Same. But the shop closed, didn't it?
Did it? I didn't know it closed.
Yeah,
but sad. Whatever. Manson's shops and Manson Guitar was the same.
Were the same. Yeah, agreed.
Hi guys, any recommendations on my first guitar? My son wants to learn to play. Give us your budget, Danny.
Yeah.
But the Yamaha Pacificas are really good. The cheap Pacificas, they're really good guitars. You can't go wrong anymore.
That's what I was going to suggest, Pacifica. Or to be honest, no, Pacifica, because you'll get it out of the box and it will come from wherever, and it will play like a dream. A Jet or something like that in that ilk is probably going to have to go to someone to have it tweaked and set up and stuff.
So Lee's saying a Jet, and yes, I mean it will be. But if you buy it from a shop, the shop should be able to tweak it to be able to do that. But it's always you never want to put a kid off by a guitar that's hard to play because guitar's hard enough, and then to give a kid a guitar that's unplayable is. So make sure you buy it from a guitar shop and
somewhere they've got them in stock, and you can try different ones because I guarantee you. I mean, I've told this story several times. When I bought my Yamaha bass, they had 4 or 5 in looked exactly the same, and I picked the one that was the standout because it was different. It felt different, and it sounded different.
Yeah. Anthony says, I put bare knuckle mules in my PRS. Nice. Sort of the bridge pickups magnets at Onico 2. Nice. Softens the front edge of the note and adds a little compression. Ooh. Nice. I'd like to try some more of that. But swapping the magnets. Loving the stream, said ZXRYVT. Max, no, it was never the same. It was definitely the same. Oh, no, we're not going to get an argument. It's just like no, yes, no, yes. Danny, a Jet, says Lee.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to skip over that one because that's we're there.
Oh, okay. Yes, $500. $500. Oof, that's quite a decent sort of budget.
That's going to get a Pacifica, a good one. One of the.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 500, I'll just go into the shop. I mean, I'd always recommend to buy secondhand, but you've got to. I mean, Danny, you're a guitar player, I take it. So, you know what's good. I'd probably look for a Mexican telly or something, and then you know that if you get a secondhand one, or if you can get an American, secondhand American Telecaster, and then you know that you can always, if he doesn't get into it, he's always going to get his money back.
True.
Miguel, thanks for all the answers. A lot of great information. Greetings from Nashville, says Sedman. Definitely a Jet, in my opinion, says Al. I have a JS 450 and it's pretty decent. There we go. The beginner guitar, I would go with Gretsch. If you get one from Sweetwater, they check them and set them up. There we go. Yeah, Sweetwater are good for that, aren't they? They do their 50-point check, whatever it is. Isn't that only over a certain value? I can't remember. Sure. Howdy, Jen. Vinny. Hi, Vinny. Hope you're well, mate. It's behind you. Danny, 2 Jets. Get 2 Jets. Oh, no, he didn't. What?
I think Max is being the pantomime dame for a moment.
Oh, okay. Michael says PRS-C standard. Yes, that's true. The new PRS CEs are $499. They're pretty good value, aren't they?
At this point.
Cheers, Ned. Thank you. What did I miss? Not a lot, mate. Well, the usual just troublemaking and stuff.
The usual guff.
Yeah.
Panto. Yeah, I was right. Panto time. Yes.
50-point check is it's over $350. Oh, there we go.
Right. That's right.
Nice one. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, the Sweetwater good, aren't they? Thanks, guys, and everyone for the input. Cheers, Danny. Hope you're well. Let us know what you get.
Yeah.
If you're in the UK, could really, really help out. It's a shame we don't know, much of the American market, but you can definitely get more for your money, I think, in America than I think we pay a bit more of a premium for.
Definitely. Well, we got there. We got there in the end. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Lots of new names and faces in there. Thank you to Aaron for joining us in the show briefly. And we will see you next week for more of the same. There's some exciting stuff going on this week, which we'll be able to tell you about next week. The next Gardner Hallgate auction list is now out. I just need to trail my way through that to find the good stuff. But until next week, have a great one, everyone. Stay safe. Play lots of music, record lots of stuff, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.
Yeah.
Good night.
Cheers, guys. Take care.